We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Philippians 4:13. I really like this phrase because I think that we can do it. We can do this exam and we can do the exam that we have in the next week. My name is ANDREA Aldana and I am going to talk about the chapter number 3. The name of the chapter number 3 is Delivering the Speech. In this chapter, we can find 4 topics that are very important. The first topic of the chapter number 3 is 4 methods of delivery. And these are: the number 1 is improved speaking. The number 2 is extemporaneous speaking. The number 3 is speaking from a manuscript. And the last one, and the number 4, is speaking from memory. And I am going to explain each one of the 4 methods of delivery. Improved speaking is a presentation of a short message without advanced preparation. This speech occurs when the speaker say only a few words and the message is very short. Extemporaneous speaking. This speech is planned and rehearsed. In this speech, we can use flashcards, and the flashcards have keywords, and the keywords help us when we don't remember a phrase or sentences about our topic. Speaking from a manuscript is word-for-word iteration of a written message. The speaker maintains his or her attention on the print page except when using visual aids. Speaking from memory. In this presentation, the speaker memorizes the speech, and this occurs only in movie scene, stage play, or in television program. The second topic of the chapter number 3 is speaking context, the affect delivery. This topic have 5 subtitles, and these are: the first is using learners. The second is speaking in a short or large physical space. The number 3 is speaking outdoors. The number 4 is using microphone, and the last one, and the number 5, is audience size. Using learners. The learner is the same with the podium, and the speaker uses a learner or a podium because can place notes during the speech. Speaking in a short or in a large physical place. It's very important that your audience accommodates with your place. Why? Because if your audience are small and your place are big, for the speaker is very intimidating. Speaking outdoors. Speaking outdoors are very difficult because we can find distractors, and for the speaker it's difficult because can maintain the audience attention, and it's very important that your audience are small, and remember, use a good tone of voice. Using a microphone. When the speaker uses a microphone, sometimes the audience can't understand what is the message because the speaker don't talk clarify. Audience size. It's better if your audience are small because you can connect with them. When I talk about the audience small, I talk about the 8 or 12 people. The topic 3 of the chapter number 3 is using notes effectively. This chapter has 7 subtitles, but I am going to talk about of 4, and these are: the first one is the purpose of speakers' notes. Using notes adds to your credibility as a speaker. It's very important to use notes because help remember phrases or remember keywords. Key types for using notes. I remember you that use 5 flashcards. In the first flashcard you can use for to the introduction, the other 3 for the main points ideas, and the last one for to the conclusion. Using keywords. Remember only using keywords or phrases, but not use a full sentences. If you use a keyword, you can remember what continue or about what you talk. It's very important use a keywords and writing in the flashcards. Writing in a large letter. It's very important that you need writing in a large letter when you want to write a keyword or a phrases, because it's necessary that you can view what is the keyword or what is the phrases, because if you view, you can understand what say, and you can remember better. The last subtitle is use note cards effectively. I think that is very important. Use the tips of the flashcards and remember use in order, and use 5 cards with introduction, with 3 points ideas, and with conclusion. The last topic of the chapter number 3 is practicing for successful speech delivery. In this topic, we can find a different subtitles, and it's very interesting because it's how we can have a good speech. We can find tips, and we can practice with these tips for to have a great speech. What is a good delivery? It's a process of presenting clear and a coherent message in an interesting way. Why? Because if the speaker presents the message in an interesting way, it's better for that the audience pay attention and for the understand the message. In the same way, remember that it's very necessary have a good motivation in our speech, because the audience understand better our message, and the speaker can express a better message. Conversational style. It's very important that the speaker feel natural in front of the audience, because if the speaker feel natural, the speaker can have more security when talk and when give the message for the audience. The eye contact. The eye contact is very important when the speaker give a speech, or when the speaker are in presentation in front of the audience. Why? Because if the speaker have a eye contact with the audience feel that the speaker talk to them, and for the speaker is important because the speaker feel that the volume and pronunciation. The volume is the same with tone of voice. We need to have a good tone of voice because the audience need listening what we say, because if the audience can't listen, don't know what is the message. It's the same with the pronunciation. Why? Because if the speaker don't have a good pronunciation, the audience can understand what the speaker say or what is the meaning of the message. And this one is very important in the speech or in the presentation. Body movement and posture. These one are two very important points when we give a speech, because for example, if we want to use a microphone, we need to a podium position. If we only want to talk, we need use a three positions. And that is very important because if we use a microphone, you need use a podium position, and if we use a podium position, you can use notes or flashcards. You remember that. And if we use a three positions, you need talk and move in three positions. My conclusion. I think that it's very important know what is the difference between the four methods, and we need identify our method in our situation. I think that it's very important know how we can use cars, the keywords, the sentences, the phrases. I think that is very important. Know how we can use the phrases in our speech or in our presentation. In the same way, we need take tips in our presentation, because it's very important use this tip. Thank you.